the Cincinnati Bengals. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set 18 Gator. Any weapon. It's just me and you. Shoot.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Come on,
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On second down, Conner looking for space. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Costello, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Ready. 47. Check Mike 47.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Check safety. Out. Go. Check 4. Check. Check your hot read. Let it go. Crack down.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, alert 3. Switch. No. Off. Watch twist.
The toss play to Mixon. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
That's how we ball.
on a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Don't let him breathe, defense.
Watch the edge. Big edge. Big edge.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. He may try and run for this. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots, where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
Give him 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here we go. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Woo! Check 52.
36. 36. Switch.
Hey. 24. Watch 24.
On 1st down, Fields. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
51's Mike. Mike's 51.
Come on, boy. Come on. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
I'm coming.
Back to throw. Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd.
Quit talking about it.
Yo. Quick dad. Go.
Looking to throw. Fields.
Watch the whip.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. The 30. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up. 1st and goal at the 5. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run here with Connor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Check pass.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first two tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
4th and goal at the 1-yard line. That's the
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation.
on for the field goal. An 18-yard attempt.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Kill.
6 guy. Check 6 guy.
Joker. Check 37.
2nd and 1. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Barnett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
He's coming. We got double up. Watch that.
Operating from the gun, Fields. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point...
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Check.
Throwing again. Costello. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
Throwing on first down. Fields. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh?
Watch twist. He's coming.
On first and 10, Fields escaping the pressure right. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where that came from.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
Check, 47. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team.
On the delay, it's Mixon. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. Now the Bengals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal.
Deuce. He's crashing. He's checking.
Third and goal, here's the option left. He can run for, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. It's their quarterback with his first career NFL touchdown, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Patriots 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Brings up second and 7 at the 26-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Time to go. Night.
Here's a second and 7. Dancing to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Costello. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Mixon with a first down carry. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your two safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that second level and third, and that's what they were able to exploit.
Back to throw. Fields. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away. On first down, Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor? I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They begin with Michel on the ground, and he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
2nd and 11. And his throw here's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Costello. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Check 25.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
Second and goal from the 1.
Gonna be a long day, offense.
They'll go with a keeper, and they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
50 play. Score, score. Flare. On the ball. Hit it.
A final shot before break. Costello. His throw incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Kill.
Off the play fake. Fields sliding out of the and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
They need stops to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
At the 25-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Bring it. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Looking to throw. Fields buying time to his left. Completes it to Lee. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The end result, 21 yards.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
On first down, Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
You don't want none of this.
Give me it. Pick up the ball. Chef. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
To throw on 2nd down, Fields. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A gain there of 21 yards.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one.
47. Check, 47. I'm going to come back to you. Tight up.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Patriots' 8-yard line.
47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47. Bring it.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Here's 2nd and 8. Forced out to his left. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Bengals 21, Patriots 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is counter. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Touch it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello, a dive, and he's got it for a Patriots touchdown. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots get a score closer. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and it makes the score 21-10. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. A very solid gain of 27. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Let's go.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, switch gears.
From the gun, Fields. Finding Green complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
All day, baby, all day.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Oh, yeah.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Kill.
2nd and 6.
Hey, turn it up, turn it up.
And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Watch edge. Check three, check three.
On third down, Fields being chased out left. He may try and run. The ball comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Patriots
Let's go. Let's do this.
first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second and 12 at the 26-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Costello. And his throw is incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target. Third down here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And Robinson with a big catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
To throw on third down, Costello. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing on first down, Costello. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Costello. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill. Turn it up. Check 24, check 24. Check. Check. Switch, switch.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
And this is caught, and that could seal it. It's a touchdown. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Costello. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball.
From the gun, Costello. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. Looking left side, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, well, what a great
So for Cincinnati, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami.